IATSE President Matthew Loeb, in what could be his final message to his members before they vote this weekend on a tentative agreement for a new film and contract, is urging them to vote yes on ratification. You have recently been provided with information related to the renegotiation of the PROD. You now have the opportunity to vote on the new terms of your contract. I recommend you carefully review the information on the new agreement and vote in favor of its ratification. It's a familiar message that the union's leadership has been promulgating throughout the ratification process, one with which opponents of ratification have become increasingly dissatisfied. Brandy Tannehill, a member of IATSE Prop Local 80 who hosted 2 grassroots interlocal town hall meetings over the past week to discuss the contract's terms, told Deadline, "The messaging we're receiving and have received throughout the negotiations process from IATSE leadership has been so polari. This letter sounds like rationalization and justification as a response to pushback that leadership is now hearing from the opposition viewpoint that is now getting louder from the membership. Members should be encouraged by leadership to vote however they feel is best for themselves and their brothers, sisters and kin, and should not be simply told to ratify." Unusual negotiations for unusual times, and fending off rollback demands, IATSE says media conglomerates came to bargaining table with good amount of arrogance. Loeb, in recounting the path the union took to the upcoming ratification vote, said in his latest statement, "Throughout these difficult neg. Broadly, our proposals focus on improving working conditions and rates of pay generally, with a particular emphasis on streaming productions, and on maintaining existing health and retirement benefits. Quality of life issues, conditions on the job like rest and breaks, and diversity and inclusion measures were among the priorities upon which we remained focused." When negotiations broke off in September, the bargaining parties were far apart and there was no agreement on our priority issues. The employers refused to respond to our proposals. I invoked the international constitution and called for a nationwide strike authorization vote under the Basic in the Area Standards Agreement, the first time that had ever occurred under these contracts. Calling for a national strike underscored the seriousness of these negotiations and the fight we were ready to take on until we secured the conditions you deemed essential.